Hey guys, I'm back. So today's topic is gonna be the masculine and the feminine energy. And it was a massive game changer when I first heard this. I was like, what the fuck? Because then you really understand what you attract and why you are not attracted to some certain people. And you understand people's behavior. You understand why they behave like they do, and you can actually change your own behavior towards others so you get a better outcome. You can change your behavior in certain situations where you need to be more result focused driven, like just doing stuff. That's the masculine core, and the feminine is more talky and more flowing energy, and we both have the same, well, we have them both, but depends on how much you kind of use or have in your body, you will actually behave in that way. So the power is to actually be able to access both of them. In for example, if you want people to listen to you, if you're talking in front of people, if you're just very masculine, it's gonna sounds like hard. They're gonna take it like you're really rough and really like yeah, you know how really masculine men are. They're like not really talky. They're just kind of quiet, and you just do stuff. You're just focused on one thing. Yeah. So the masculine energy, it's all about like confidence. You're logical, you're straightforward. I actually wrote down a few of them there, like inner strength, stability. They have a sense of direction, where they want to go. Like they're certain, they're disciplined, they have courage, like clarity. That's a state where they're like natural masculine. So that's and that's a good state to be in. But you can also be in like in a wounded state. And that's like where criticism comes in, abuse, unsupportive, unstable, control, aggression, like abuse of power. That's when a masculine is, the masculine energy is wounded. These behaviors may come up at that person. If you're not aware of it, you maybe don't understand why you want to control the situation. For example, I done it. I know why I wanted control, because I was so hurt inside that my brain thought that if I just control everything, for example, it will make me feel better. But it's not true, and it's not how masculine energy should be like. And these things, they really show up in behaviors, depending. And if you're really masculine and if you're wounded at the same time, like someone with a lot of abuse of power, for example, could be maybe a dictator or something. He's really masculine and he wants to control the world, and he wanna have the power. But inside here, he's hurt. He has a hole that wants to fill up, and he feels bad, and that's why he's just in a loop. And then you have the feminine, like when you're natural feminine state, you have like unconditional love. It's just the energy just flowing out of you. You have understanding, nurturing, tenderness, kindness, intuitive, creative, feeling, stillness, flow, as I said, surrender. Sensitivity, emotional ease, and allowing. There's all these good things in the feminine energy when you're in a natural state, when everything is fine and you're not hurt. These things show up, and but then you also have a wounded feminine, wounded feminine, and all these things may show up in one way or the other. And you don't really understand because you're unconscious about it. You're just walking around in life and say, hey, I'm a victim, for example. And victim mode, I've been there, done that. A lot of victimization. You have powerless, weakness, manipulation, withholding. You withhold your love to the other person. And that's not a good thing. And neediness, codependency, oversensitive and over emotional. So imagine a really feminine girl that's like really over emotional, like everywhere. Probably this girl, it could be a man as well, but this girl maybe show up with this behavior outwards, and people like, oh shit, she's crazy. But inside she's hurt and she wants to be healed. inside here. And when she get healed, all this abundance of love, kindness, everything just show up. And these energies, you have both of them inside of you, and you can balance them. So if you can access both sides, that's the best, and that's my goal in my life. I want to be able to access both of them. So when I in a position where I'm gonna meet some girls, for example, go on a date, I'm gonna bring out the masculine. Or when I do my mission in life, when I go out and work, I'm gonna bring out the masculine, because it's focus driven. It's like it's focused on one thing. And when I need to be able to speak to a lot of people, or I need to do this when I speak in front of the camera, I bring out the feminine so I can talk a lot. But I need to balance it, and it's a way of, you have to learn it. You just have to you have to really get to know them and know what they are, and actually experience them, experience your own behaviors, understand your own, why you feel and why you do what you do. Then you can start to balance. So again, awareness is the key. Awareness is the ultimate key to everything. And you are born with one core. Like inside of you, you're born with one core. You're a masculine or feminine. But then when you're in society, you maybe adopt to what you believe other people will love you for. So if you just take me, for example, I'm in my core masculine, but lately I've been wounded, a wounded masculine and a wounded feminine. So both sides has been wounded. That's why I want to heal it. And then I adopted a feminine mask and behaved feminine. Nothing's wrong with it. It's just that you need to learn how to balance them. And some guys are born with the feminine energy, and some girls are born with the masculine energy. That's why you can see girls that they walk like men, and then you can see guys that walk like girls, because their core energy is like the opposite of what their sex is. And when you understand your own core, you can be more into it, and you will actually attract, if you're looking for a partner, for example, you will attract the opposite. So if you're a man and you're masculine, and if you are in your core, if you know yourself, you will attract the opposite. And this, I'm still learning this. I'm still learning about it, taking in information, I'm learning about it. And then if you're a girl and you're feminine, you will attract the masculine, and that's where the spark is. You know, when you meet someone and you're like, fucking, she is hot. You can feel, you can sit over there, she can sit over there, you can feel the energy from her. Because it's like a magnet. Masculine, feminine, magnet. You're like, onto each other. But then all of a sudden, me for example, if you meet a masculine woman, turn the magnets around. And it's like, you can't really get them together, kind of. So always, the polarity needs to be there. Masculine, feminine, in whatever sex. It doesn't matter. The girl can be masculine and the guy can be feminine. And it will attract. It will spark. You will have the passion between you and the other person. But you have to know. Because maybe society told you to be something that you're not. And then it's really hard to really go out there and find the person that you want to find, for example. Or do the thing that you want to do if you not know what your core is and how to balance them. And it's a struggle. It takes time, but it's beautiful when you start to learn it. It's like a new world opening up to you. So I want to share this because it's a so good thing. And there's like tests you can do online I can see if I find one, and I can link it down here and see if you can just try it, and then you can see what you are, and then go from it there. Start to explore. See it as an experiment. I see my life as an experiment. It's just an experiment. It's a game. We're in a game. And I just experiment with everything. Like, I'm the experiment. I'm like Iron Man. Have you seen Iron Man? He's experiment with all of this stuff to save the world, kind of. And I'm the experiment. I want to do the experiment on me. And you should do this as well, because it's fun. You see what happens. It comes up, you learn. And then all of a sudden you understand, oh, that's why I can't talk to these people. Or that's why I feel that in this way when I do this. Or that's why, yeah. So the masculine, feminine energy, try to balance them out and see where it goes. So if you can for example, if you want to tap into something you want to do, you know that you need to focus on something, and I'm struggling with this, then you need to tap into the masculine core. And if you haven't done it before, it's gonna be hard because you need to act differently. You have to think differently. You have to feel the emotions, and you have to find. Sometimes it's just hard because society told you to be someone you're probably not. The majority of the people is walking around and is someone they're not. My mission is to help people find themselves, because that's the journey that I'm on. So I'm gonna put everything up that can help you to find and understand yourself better, and I will be the experiment. I will tell you stories and things about it. Alright, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna go deeper into the masculine and the feminine. This is just the top scratch on it, and I'm gonna tell you a couple of stories about my life in the next video. Alright, see you guys.